Hello, everybody. Good afternoon and welcome to today's live trading session. But of course, yeah, I know it's not the time you've always had it. It's always been by 2 p.m., but today's one is going to be by 1 o'clock. Why? Is because it's going to be for NFP live session. And that also means that there's not going to be 2 p.m. live session today. So we're going to be merging it together. And of course, if you've been trading, you already know what time it is. You already know what today is all about. Today is all about making profit. Today is all about making some really good amount of money. And of course, we will try as much as possible to make that happen. And we're actually expecting the market to be really volatile, and we're also expecting it we're also expected to take advantage of that volatility, and we're going to be making some money. Well, just like our custom is, let's still take a look at the Forex Factory, and also know for those people that don't know what NFP is. Now this is what we're going to do. We are going to take our time to go to the go through the Forex Factory, and we'll also take our time to know what NFP is all about, so that when you are trading NFP, if today is your first time, congratulations, and as also you'll be able to at least know what NFP is all about, right? So let's go to our Forex Factory, and NFP, for those of you that don't know, it is called non-farm payroll. That is the full meaning. NFP is non-farm payroll, and it's US news that actually comes out once every month. All right. It comes out the first Friday of every month. All right. But then any month where the first Friday is the first, it comes out the second Friday. I hope you know that. So NFP comes out first Friday of every month, but any month that has the first Friday on the first of the month, then NFP comes out the second Friday. And of course, that is a monthly thing, and it measures the level of expansion of the economy. It measures the productiveness of the economy in terms of job creation and, of course, disposable income. All right. So you know that what's it called? The increase in job, actually it's almost the same thing as a increase in disposable income. And when there is an increase in disposable income, of course, there's going to be an increase in purchases, and that also leads to an increment in production, which also means that there's going to be an increment in the number of companies that's going to be created. So that is company expansion. All right. So all this thing actually brings down. That's why NFP is very much important, because it actually drags all aspects of the economy with it. All right. So of course, and it's coming out by 1:30. All right, 1:30 we have fundamentals from Canadian economy. We have their unemployment change also from Canadian economy. So for US also, we have the same thing. And we have an average hourly earning. We have non-farm employment change. It's the same thing as the non-farm payroll. This non-farm employment change is the same thing as the non-farm payroll. All right. Of course, when you're talking about employment change, means that the level of what is it called, change in the industry. Please, is there any other person that can't hear me, or is it only Precious that can't hear me? Please, if you can hear me, please just let Precious know that you can hear me. Oh, no one is saying anything. Oh, loud and clear. Because I know I have a very loud voice. All right. All right. So, Precious, everyone else can hear me. So I think the issue from it should be from your side. So what you just need to do is that click on join audio. All right. All right. So let's go ahead. Thank you very much for responding. So now this non-farm employment change, that is actually the real measure of this NFP. All right. So, and of course, it's coming out by 1:30. So what we're going to do is that we are going to do some market review. Then we're going to be taking some pending order trade. All right. I would have actually loved you to enter instant execution when the news come out, but I would prefer us taking instant trading on some uh on some uh on some instruments. So for the currency pairs, yeah, we're going in there for pending orders, but then for the other ones, we most likely will be going in with pending with instant execution when it's 1:30 p.m. All right. So let's head straight to, and of course, by 3 o'clock, also, there is another news. Yeah, there is news by 3 o'clock. So I need you to prepare your mind, get your account ready, because we are going to, at least by God's grace, we should be able to make some good amount of money by both by 1:30 and of course by 3. So you have volatility between 1:30 till around 4 p.m. today. And it's a whole lot of hours to make some money. That is about 4 hours to make profit. 4 hours to make profit. 4 hours to make profit. All right. If you can't hear me, you know what to do. Please click on join audio. You should be able to do that. And someone already said that at the top. Just follow what they said. I'm just gonna do a copy and paste. It said I can't hear you. Is there everyone that can hear me? Every other person can hear me. So I think it is from your end. And I think you already know what to do. All right, so let's go ahead. Now let's go to our chart. All right, so let's go ahead. Please, when you join us, do well to turn off your video. All right, thank you. Now, if you've noticed what has actually been happening to dollar index, there has been a lot there have been a lot of volatility when it comes to dollar index. They've actually been massive volatility. There have been a lot of volatility. So that's what we're going to be starting from. That is the USD IDX. And if you notice very well, the strength in the USD IDX just changed. How many of you noticed? It's actually been on an uptrend, but around here, there is something that happened, and it happened last year. For those of you that traded with me last year, and I think we also had a live session like this, you'll notice that during the FOMC last year, the Fed actually made up their mind that someone said the audio quality is poor, then the other one is saying audio quality is top notch. Then if your audio quality is poor, it means that it's from your end, not from us. All right. Just trying to uh take up the responsibility and get your audio fixed up properly. All right. So if you remember what happened last year, during November period, Fed decided not to increase interest rate again, and thereby making US dollars to actually fall. All right. US dollars fell. All right, that is between November and December. Then early hours of January, early January, then it picked up again. Now the same thing is happening this year. Fed also decided to increase to keep their interest rate at a level point. All right, all right. It picked up checked they decided not to increase interest rate, so interest rate is no longer going to be increased, and that is why you saw this massive fall, and of course the gap. I know quite a number of you were expecting, because a client was talking to me, said he was expecting this gap to be covered. So immediately he saw this, he entered the buy. No, not every time. This particular situation, there was no way that it was going to be covered. Why? Because it was a deliberate act from the US not to increase their interest rate again, and thereby making the currency to lose strength, number one. And of course, their treasury yield also dropped. Their treasury yield that was about 20-year high dropped also. So that actually what caused this particular gap that you're seeing here. And it's not going to be covered anytime soon until there is a change. All right, until there is a change. It's not going to just be covered immediately. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. So with this in mind, I am actually expecting the US dollars to still lose strength, but that is going to be, will this NFP give it some the strength that it was actually looking for, or is it just going to be one of those that probably would make it go back? Now, I can't tell you that, because of course you can't just what's it called say that okay, this is exactly what the news is going to do. It is something that have to be with what's called their decision. That's why I said we're going to be doing two things today. Number one, we'll be taking pending order, and then the second one, we're going to be taking instant execution. That is when the news come out. So we'll be following it. All right. Okay. Hold on. All right. Now, there have been some reports that actually give us a projection of this particular NFP. So that's why I wanted to show you some of those projections. Of course, it actually happens. There are a lot of persons that would have made some research about this. Now, the first one is that um uh so he said here saying that Fed definitely could be influenced by the job report. All right, said the job report today most likely is going to be either influencing Fed's decision of not increasing interest rates, and would that actually happen? Yeah, the probability of that happening is very much high. All right. Now, another one from Bureau of Labor and Labor Statistics said they published a news. Sorry if even if I you're not seeing my screen. Yes, I know you're not seeing this part. Um, but then I believe you can hear me. So just listen to what I'm saying. Okay. I just want to show you some things. Okay. All right. Now, a lot of persons are saying that the probability of them being more jobs created is high. All right. The probability of more jobs being created is actually high. I think we need to, please, I need to be sure because I want to start giving up the entries now. I just need, how can everybody hear me? You said the audio is skipping. The audio, oh boy. How bad is it? How bad is the audio? Is it skipping? Loud and clear. So it means that it's not skipping. All right. All right, thank you. So I'm going to just be a little bit slower. I think that's what we're going to do, right? Thank you. All right, so now let's go ahead. Now for dollar index, this is what we're going to do. For currency pairs, we're going to be using 15 minutes. For currency pairs, we'll use 15 minutes. All right, for currency pairs, we'll use 15 minutes. Then for indices, we're going to be using either 15 minutes also or of 5 minutes actually. Indices will use 5 minutes, but for currency pairs, we'll use 15 minutes. So for dollar index, for those of you that trade on dollar index, what we're going to be doing is that we already established the fact that dollar is on a downtrend. All right, we have established the fact that dollar is on a downtrend. So the best thing for you to do is also to take up a trade that most likely is going to be supporting the downward movement of dollar index. All right. So we're going to be taking a trade below the untested support and of course before this particular verified resistance. A lot of persons are turning on their cameras and is blocking the screen. Please do well not to turn on your cameras. All right. Some persons are even requesting for remote control. Please, if you could just not do that, it is causing a lot of distraction on my screen. That's why sometimes I'll just have to stop and uh cancel all those before continuing because it's bugging and covering my screen. All right, thank you. Now, um, let's go ahead. All right, no problem, Mr. Peters. Thank you. All right. Now for USD IDX, I'm going to be going for a pending order. Remember, we said pending order, and then the entry position, you can take it down. Someone can actually help us to write it. All right. The buy position is at price 105.887. 105.887. That is my entry position. Now let's take a look at it on 30 minutes time frame and see how that position is. Now, this is it. So it's actually a good entry for even 30 minutes time frame. All right, so let's go back to 15 minutes time frame. Or yeah, we can just finish up on 30 minutes actually, because it's looking good also on 30 minutes. So entry position is for buy is 105.887. That is the entry position for the buy stop. Then the TP, someone can help us to write, especially for those that don't take currency pairs, you can just help us write it and send to others. All right. So entry position 105.887, TP 106.051. 106.051. All right, 106.051. That is a TP. Then the sell is 105.540. 105.540. 105.540. And then the TP is at price 105.308. 105.308. That is a take profit. Thank you very much, Mr. Kenny. I appreciate that. All right. So that is the entry position for euro or for dollar index. That is USD IDX. Now let's go ahead for Euro USD. I personally, I know that Euro USD is still going to buy for now, but because of the news, let's do what? Respect ourselves. All right, because the news might come out opposite. All right, I have my own projections of what the news is going to do, but then I can't just say that for certainty that that is the outcome of that news because it is not out yet. So my own projection is based on what I have read and based on what has actually been happening. All right, and that is to say that the probability of job opening coming out positive for dollar is going to be high. All right, but that is not going to be the yardstick for our trading today. All right. So what we're going to be determining our trade is going to be the fact that the news is not yet out. So we need to take up a pending trade. All right. So that being said, my entry position for a sell, I'll be calling the sell first. The sell entry is at price 1.06330. 1.06330. That is my entry position for a sell on Euro USD. 1.06330 and the TP is 1.06132. 1.06132. That is my take profit for this instrument. All right, so that's my take profit, my entry, and my take profit for both for the sell. Then for the buy, let's just look at the buy from here. First of all, on 15 minutes time frame is giving us this. I wouldn't want to do this. Now, this is a little bit risky. I will tell you the reason. This is too close to price, and the market might actually push up a little bit and then just bounce back. And that would have been, it will trigger your buy and then start selling. So to avoid that, make sure that you take your entry above the resistance. So that even if it has any the push to go up, it might just stop here and then start falling back down. And all this thing is to put into a place both the swap and everything. All right. So above the verified resistance is better. Above the verified resistance is better because now it has gotten here, bounced down, gotten here, came down. So the probability of it getting here is high, but let's not use that as a yardstick. All right. So so for the buy on Euro USD, the buy position is going to be at price 1.06791. Buy position on Euro USD is at 1.06791. 1.06791. The TP is 1.07037. 1.07037. That is the take profit for the buy position on Euro USD. All right. That is a buy position on Euro USD. Then the sell, let me take the sell one more time. 1.06330. 1.06330 and the TP is 1.06131. 132, pardon me. 1.06132. All right. So let's go ahead to my favorite instrument, USD JPY. USD JPY. All right. So for USD JPY, also we're going to be doing the same thing. We're going to be taking up a pending trade. And of course, you already know how volatile this particular instrument is, USD JPY, all right? All right, so we're going to also be taking a pending trade on this particular instrument. And that being said, my entry position for USD JPY, for the buy, just take it up a little bit. Remember that this does not really respect support and resistance, especially for this kind of massive news that always come out with a lot of sorry, I'm trying to stop a couple of videos that are still coming up. All right. Now, for this particular instrument, all right, so for USJPY, my entry position for the buy is 150.381. 150.381. 150.381. The TP is 150.725. 150.725. 150.725. And for the sell is 149.860. 149.860. 149.860. And my TP is 149.551. 149.551. That is my take profit for USD JPY. That's my take profit for USD JPY. No, going straight to USD CAD. Of course, USD CAD is also an instrument that we should also that is really the profitability. It's also very much high. So we're going to be taking advantage of this particular one, and okay. Okay, I think anyone that I see the videos popping up like this for more than 3 times, because first one I feel like it's a mistake, but then repeatedly, I think I'll probably will have to remove it from the chat so that you won't be distracting others like that. Okay, so no hard feelings, but I just have to do that so that we'll be able to do this thing fast. Okay. Now for the buy on USD CAD, I am going in for a buy at price 1.37638. 1.37638. 1.37638. That is the entry position for the buy. And then the TP for the buy is at 1.37933. 1.37933. That is the take profit for the buy. So let me take it again. For the sell, for the buy, the entry position is 1.37638. 1.37638, and the TP is 1.37933. Now for the sell is 1.37163. 1.37163, and then the TP is 1.36911. 1.36911. So that is for AUD USD. Sorry, USD CAD, pardon me. This is for USD CAD. All right, it is for USD CAD. All right, and I believe that you've also set up the trade. It is for USD CAD. It is for USD CAD. Let me just call the sell again. 1.37163 and the TP 1.36911. All right, the last one for currency pairs. I'm just going to be taking this as the last one for the currency pairs. All right, that is for GBP USD. Then we'll now move over to the indices. For the GBP USD. Now remember that GBP USD is still on an uptrend. All right, this market is still on an uptrend. So if you have a buy that was already running, all right, you don't need to be in a haste because this instrument is on an uptrend, and I feel that the probability of it still actually pushing up, it's very much high. All right, so and I also look out for 100% recovery on this particular news that is coming up. I look out for 100% recovery on this particular just the news. Okay. So after the move, I'm looking out for 100% recovery. Now, the next phase is for GBP USD, and the buy position is 1.22469. 1.22469. 1.22469. And the TP is 1.22732. 1.22732. I hope you got that. 1.22732. All right. Now the sell for GBP USD is at price 1.22083. 1.22083. 1.22083. And the TP is at 1.21896. 1.21896. 1.21896. So that is going to be all for currency pairs. Of course, if we finish up the other ones on early enough, we'll come back and revisit some of the currency pairs. But for the quick one, let's jump over to the indices, and of course, take a look at gold. But first of all, let's start up with gold. Of course, you already know that gold has already started up with a massive volatility, but I'm going to be looking at this instrument using 15 minutes time frame, because I think that it's 15 minutes is actually going to be giving us some really good returns. All right, and I think we stand a very good chance to making some really good profit on this particular instrument. All right. So we're going to be taking up this point, and of course the highest point from here. Always make sure that no matter how volatile it is, still consider some key points, especially when you have what is it called, a verified or proven resistance. All right. So now for the buy, like this instrument, like I said, I'm expecting it to actually have a little bit of a sell momentum at the beginning, all right, because I'm expecting the news to come out positive for dollar, right? My projection, like I said, but let's not put that in mind. Let's take a pending order on this particular two instruments, and of course, we can take instant execution on the rest. So for gold, entry position 1993.31. 1993. That is 1993.31, 1993.31. And then the take profit is 1996. That is 1996.95. 1996.95. Then going to sell, I'm going to be taking my sell at price 1986. 1986.39. 1986.39. Then the take profit is going to be at price 1983.47. 1983.47. 1983.47. That is the take profit. That is a take profit for gold. All right. I hope you got that. 1986.39 for the entry position for the sell, and the TP is 1983.47. We just have about 3 minutes to go, and in that 3 minutes, I'm just going to be taking an entry for this one more instrument. Then anyone we're unable to do will take an instant execution during the out when the news finally comes out. All right. So so the one that you're not able to do, then hold on for the news to come out. Then we'll take up the trade. All right. So for this particular instrument, of course, US 30. I'm also expecting US 30 to have a massive volatility. All right, I'm expecting it to have a massive volatility. Okay. Okay, so the entry position is 34034. 34034. All right, 34034. That is the entry position for the buy, and the TP is at 34187. 34187. 34187. That is the take profit for the buy. If you notice very well, I have it a little bit above the proven resistance. Yes, that is because even if it gets to this point, of course, it's definitely going to be even pushing higher than here. But let's take this as a point. Okay. This person, we've had your video on a very long time. So all right. So for the sell is the entry position for the sell is 33792. 33792. That is the entry position for the sell. 33792. Oh boy. 33792. All right. 33792. And the take profit is 33659. 33659. That is the take profit for the sell. 33659. 33659. Then of course you just have a minute to go, and of course, what do we have to lose by just quickly rushing into US 100? If we're able to meet up, fine. If we're not, then we'll enter instantly as the market is going. All right. So for US 100, my entry position for buy is 14978. 14978. The market is just going to be coming out in few minutes. And then the take profit for the buy is 15004.30. 15004. Sorry, 15004 point. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, this is the time you've been waiting for, because the news, it's okay, great. Now see the buy on US 100. Okay, so US 100, I am going in for the buy because look at the push up. Look at the push up. Apparently, the news came out negative for dollar. All right, the news came out negative for dollar. So I am actually going in for okay. You said what is the take profit when the market is already moving? Uh-huh. Some people are still asking for this thing when the market is already moving. The news came out negative for dollar, apparently. All right, so the news came out negative for dollar. USD JPY has taken profit. Euro USD for the buy has taken profit. So what you just need to do for indices, go ahead with a buy on indices. So indices, it's a buy. All right, so indices, it's a buy. Indices, it's a buy. So please go ahead with your buy on indices. US 100, it's a buy. US 30. It's a buy. So if you come on, buy on indices, a buy on indices is perfect. And including gold, of course, you can also go ahead with a buy on gold. All right. So gold already took profit, but of course, it's still going to be continuing with the buy. US 30, it's buying and it's pushing up massively. US 100 is buying and it's pushing up massively. USD card has okay almost at take profit for the sell. USD JPY okay almost at take profit for the sell. Euro USD the same thing on a very good profit. Dollar index, of course, dollar index is actually selling. Of course, it has also taken profit for the sell. US 2000, it's a buy all the way. And the buy is going to be a gradual process. So you have a lot of time to spend in the market. All right. You have a lot of time to spend in the market. So just go ahead, take up your position, and let's enjoy the ride. Okay. So how many of you are in profit already? Okay, so I've taken mine. That's why I had to go a little silent because I needed to also take off my own trade and also to um, make some profits and the rest of them. All right. We said gold is a buy. You've not bought gold already. We said gold is a buy. Gold is buying. You could see. Can I still hold a buy on gold? Gold is going all the way up. All right. It is going all the way up. US 30 is going all the way up. All right. US 30 is also going all the way up. And US 100, of course, US 100 is already breaking the bank. All right. So US 2000, the same thing. All right. US 2000 is also doing the same thing. And the market, of course, the market volatility is still going to continue. It's a gradual process. It's a gradual process. So don't think the retracement is still going to just jump out. I said, can I buy Euro USD at the present spot? You have not entered Euro USD yet. Yeah, of course, I'm still going to buy Euro USD as where it is now, but be very much vigilant. All right, be very much vigilant. I should have actually followed up the entry position we gave out. Okay, all right. So it's actually still going to be pushing all the way up. All right, it's still going to be pushing all the way up. All right. So let's enjoy the ride. Let's enjoy the ride. Let's enjoy the ride. All right. So for those of you that are still on currency pairs, of course, you still have a long while to wait. Now, like I said, the move is still going to continue. It's not just going to stop anytime soon. All right. I actually see that this particular move is going to be a gradual process and, of course, a gradual rise. Like the US 30 is doing, sorry, the US 100 is doing, and US 2000 also doing. Though US 30 is a little bit slow, but trust me, US 30 is going to actually move faster than most of these other trades. All right. All right. So that is what we're going to expecting. So I'm expecting the instrument to still have a very massive push up. All right. The trade has not ended yet. I am still expecting a further of move on this particular trade. It has not ended yet. All right. It has not ended yet. So I'm expecting a longer move on these trades. Look at US 100, they even had a gap up. It even had a gap up. And of course, looking at taking a look at it on the on daily time frame, you'll see that this look at the chart. Look at the chart formation. Where you had three dark crows, and of course it's still pushing up. So US 100 is all the way up. I'm expecting US 100 to also close bullish today, by the way. I'm expecting US 100 to close bullish today. I'm expecting US 100 to close bullish today. So if you're still on the trade on US 100, it is still going to be staying for a while. It's not just stopping up anytime soon. All right. It is not just stopping up anytime soon. All right. So, and of course, you can also just go through your news channels, your news lines to see the exact outcome of the news. Look at all the news came out negative for dollar, every single one of them. So dollar is going to lose strength. Now, average hourly earning negative, non-farm employment change negative, that is non-farm payroll. What's it called? Unemployment rate negative. So every single thing for dollar came out negative. So with that in mind, you already know that dollar has a long way to fall. All right. Dollar is still going to be falling massively today. Are still going to be falling massively today. So I'm actually expecting dollar to get to this verified support right here. It's a far position, but I feel that the probability of it getting there, look at this verified support right here. It is getting there. So if it is getting there, it means that US 2000 is still going to be going up, and US 100 is also still going to be going up. And of course, US 30, like I said, is a gradual buy, but it's still going to be going up. So the same thing goes with gold. Of course, gold, please don't stay on a buy for too long, because gold is going to get to this verified support on 1 hour time frame. Then it's going to have a massive fall again. All right. When gold gets to this verified support, it's going to have a massive fall. So you're going to be experiencing a triple top at this point. Then 1, 2, and of course, this one is going to be making it 3. And when it gets there, you're going to be expecting a massive fall on gold. So you can only trade buy on gold to this point. Then it's going to fall. All right. It's going to trade buy on gold, and it's going to be falling from here. So that is US 100 is still going to buy. Now let's take a look at US 100 on 1 hour time frame. Then before we call it day to day, let's take a look at US 100 on 1 hour time frame. All right, US 100 on 1 hour time frame. This is it. Look at how it is looking. So US 100, I'm still looking out for a buy. Yes, US 100 is still going to buy. US 2000 also is still going to buy. So I am expecting a further buy on all the instruments. I'm expecting a further buy on all the instruments. Yeah, US 30 is actually very slow. Even yesterday, US 30 was very, very slow, but it was slow and steady, by the way. It was slow and steady. You could see the massive push it actually had yesterday. So for US 30, don't be in a haste. It's still going to make some really good profit. It is very slow, yes, but it's going to make you some really good profit. All right. GBP USD has taken profit. USD CAD is still ongoing, but is on a very good profit. USJPY has taken profit. Euro USD, it's almost at the TP point, and of course, dollar index also has taken profit. Like I said, dollar index is still going to have a fall. All right, I'm expecting a further sell on dollar index, and Euro USD, yeah, just got to take profit now. Okay, so like I said, every other instrument, dollar is still going to fall, but as you're trading on gold, once gold gets to that resistance, it's going to start falling. But please, so don't sleep on gold. Don't just enter buy and forget it, because when it gets here, it's going to fall. All right, when gold gets here, it's going to fall. So don't just sleep on that buy and forget about it. It's still going to fall very, very soon. All right. Okay, so that is okay. So someone is saying, do I suggest you pull a trailing stop on US 30? Yeah, well, I will advise, yeah, you can actually pull a trailing stop on US 30. That would make a lot of impact on the trade. Yeah, you can put a trailing stop. All right. So that is going to be, there is not going to be 2 p.m. trade today. All right, there's not going to be 2 p.m. trade today. I hope you've actually been able to make some profit. And don't be in a haste to start trading reversal or retracement. Don't be in a haste to enter reversal or retracement. Allow the market to start retracing and before you take advantage of it. All right, but it is going to happen. It is going to happen. So be at alert, take advantage of it, and of course, you can actually make some good profit from this particular trade. All right. So I guess that is going to be all for today. And I hope you've been able to, because I have made profits actually. I have made profits from all the trades, especially all the currency pairs, all of them have finally gotten to take profit. And then my gold buy took profit, US 100 buy got to TP, and of course US 2000 I followed up the buy all the way up. All right, I followed up all the way up. And AUD USD, we didn't review that one, so I didn't take AUD USD. But for GBP USD, I took it, and it was an instant execution I actually did on that, and it has made some really good profit. USD card, I'm just going to trail it. USJPY has gotten to TP, but I'm still following it all the way down. And same thing goes with Euro USD and dollar index. I'm still following dollar index all the way down to that resistance, that support down there. So that's actually what I'm doing for today, for the remaining part of the day. All right. So, and that is going to be all for today. That's going to be all for today. Of course, enjoy the remaining part of the day. Still take up some good trades and make some good profit. Like I said, there's not going to be 2 p.m. trade today, class today, because that is actually what we did for NFP. All right. So, but then the market is still going to be volatile by 2:30, and of course, it's still going to be volatile by 3 p.m. Stay at alert, watch your trades closely, make some profit, and of course, enjoy the remaining part of the day. And thank God it's Friday, and enjoy your weekend. Take out time to rest and see you on Monday refreshed and better. And DE30, we don't always take the trades on DE30. You should already know that by now. All right. I already told you what to do about gold. Gold is going to get to that verified resistance, and when it gets there, it's going to fall all the way back down. Right. So that's what we're going to be expecting for today. All right. Till Monday. Thank you and for joining us, and have a lovely weekend. Have a great weekend.